What's good, YouTube? It's the Madden Rebuild King, Big Capper here with a rebuild of the Cleveland Browns, and we're going to be jumping in Week 17 of the regular season. And as you can see, Lamar Jackson won the MVP. We didn't get anyone for consideration. Nick Chubb, 7th in Offensive Player of the Year voting. No consideration for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Get Mack Wilson in the top 10 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Baker Mayfield finishes 8th for best quarterback. Nick Chubb 2nd for best running back. Get Jarvis Landry at 7 for best wide receiver. Joe Schobert 4th for best linebacker. So we didn't win any awards this season. Go ahead and check our lineup ahead of free agency and the draft. Nick Chubb went up to Superstar X Factor. Nice. Wrecking Ball. NFL rushing yards leader. Everyone on offense stays the same, but that's huge. Offensive line could use some help in the draft. We looking at backup corner, safety, linebacker position. So we have a couple holes leading into the offseason. Go ahead and import our draft class. Gonna go ahead and start the draft now. As you can see, we got the 13th overall pick in the draft. See who's available. It's a lot of corners available. Jeffrey Okuda could be a good pick. Christian Fulton, Trayvon Diggs, all on the board. I'm going to go ahead and take my boy CJ Henderson, 20 years old, out of Florida, 78 overall, 13th in true value. We get him at pick 13. We get into the second round. It's a lot of top players still available. Maybe would have drafted J.K. Dobbins if I didn't re-sign Kareem Hunt. Jacob Eason was still on the board if we need a quarterback. We really need some help on the offensive line. So we go ahead and get Austin Jackson, 21 years old, out of USC, 37th in true value. We get him at pick 45, hidden development. So hopefully he'll be a staple for this offensive line for years to come. So we get into the third round. Someone took Prince Tegawanago. That was probably going to be my pick here. Could get some depth at receiver or tight end. Could go O-line again. Khaleke Hudson would be a nice pick. J.R. Reed. We go ahead and get J.R. Reed, 22 years old, 72 overall. They call it a reach, but we need to help at safety. Probably wish he had a better development trait, but we'll be fine. After all, I am the Madden rebuild king. With this pick, we're going to take Cameron Dansel, 22 years old, out of Mississippi State, 72 overall. Hidden development. So that could potentially be another huge player. I seen that some mock drafts, they got him going around the second round, mid-second round. If you don't know who that is, maybe you should go and look him up. Cornerback out of Mississippi State. We'll get Cam Akers in the 4th round. Add some depth at running back. So we're going to go ahead and sim next week to the preseason. So we go ahead and simulate to the regular season. And going to go ahead and check our lineup once we get there. And as we get into the regular season, like I said, we're going to go ahead and check our lineups. Still got pretty much everyone returning. We add Cam Akers. Same receiving core. Only change on offensive line is the rookie Austin Jackson. So, offensive line looks pretty solid. Defensive line looks solid. We got Denzel Ward and C.J. Henderson as our shutdown corners. Going to put Cameron Dansel in at free safety. To get him some playing time. Try to unlock his development trait. Going to go ahead and switch his position to free safety permanently. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, we look amazing. Could still use some help at linebacker. And we actually can switch Mac Wilson to middle linebacker and maybe move Joe Schobert back to his original position. So we're going to go ahead and switch Mac Wilson to middle linebacker. So we're going to make Mac Wilson our starter middle linebacker. And didn't mean to click on Olivier Vernon. Joe Schobert back at left outside linebacker. And now we got our defense set up the way we want it. Take a look at our specialists. Got to make sure the rookies getting all the playing time they can, especially when you're trying to unlock those development traits. We're going to go ahead and auto-upgrade our players before we simulate to mid-season and see where this team is at. If you're new to the channel, please like the video, leave a comment, leave a suggestion in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the rebuild, or if you would like your favorite team rebuilt. Just let me know. As you can see, we're tied for first in the division at 4-3 with the Baltimore Ravens. Baker Mayfield has 1,771 yards, 15 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions with a 70% completion percentage rate. 510 yards, 4 touchdowns for Nick Chubb, 3 touchdowns, 287 yards for Kareem Hunt. Odell Beckham with 3 touchdowns, 538 yards. And Jarvis Landry with 3 touchdowns. David Njoku had 5 touchdowns, which isn't bad. C.J. Henderson leading the team in tackles with 38. 4 sacks for Olivier Vernon, 3 for Myles Garrett. as CJ Henderson has unlocked a new ability. So he must have had superstar ability. As you can see, 20 years old, superstar ability. So that was a nice draft pick. 13th overall selection. We get superstar CJ Henderson. Austin Jackson had star development, and Cameron Denzel had star development. So, pretty solid draft for us overall. You got some nice solid pieces. So go ahead and check out the league settings. See it's on Pro. We're going to let the computer auto scout our college players, since we're going to be using Madden imported classes now, automated. So, going to let them check. As you can see, we have some big name free agents. Going to go ahead and try to re-sign. Myles Garrett wants more money. Joe Sherbert, got to bring him back. He re-signs. David Njoku want to bring him back. He wants more money. And shall we bring back Larry? But he's still only 26 years old, so we're going to go ahead and offer him a contract. He wants more money also, so just going to go ahead and simulate to the playoffs and see if we make it in. But yeah, like I said, if this is your first time watching the channel, which it probably is since I had to make a new channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Help me get my views back up. I would very much appreciate it. Probably going to be doing a giveaway here soon. $10 PSN and a $10 Xbox Live card very soon. As you can see, we win the division at 12-4. We finished 5th in total offense. Baker Mayfield had 3,809 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, kept that 70% completion percentage. 1,227 yards, 10 touchdowns for Nick Chubb's huge season, 9 touchdowns for Kareem Hunt to go along with 630 yards. Not bad for a backup. And Nick Chubb actually had a long of 94 yards. 988 yards, 8 touchdowns for Odell Beckham Jr., 798, 7 touchdowns for Landry. And Njoku finishes with 720 and 8 himself. So we had a pretty solid year for the receiving corps. CJ Henderson leads the team in tackles with 97 from the cornerback position. 12 tackles for loss for Vernon, 11 for Garrett, 9 for Richardson, 8 for Thomas, 10.5 sacks for Myles Garrett, 8.5 for Richardson, 6 for Vernon, 4 for Larry, 2.5 for Schobert, 3 picks apiece for Henderson and Ward. Ja Reed comes in with 2, which isn't bad. And he had a defensive touchdown, so he had a pretty solid season, especially for, what did we get him in the 3rd or 4th round? So he had a pretty solid season. We'll go ahead and auto upgrade our players before the week. As we go ahead and advance and see who we're playing in the divisional round. And it is the 8-8 Denver Broncos. I just wanted to go over to the schedule and show you guys that we didn't get any forced wins or anything like that. As you can see, we go down the line, no forced wins. That one says home because it's a bye week, as you can see. But no forced wins. We win 12 games, only lose 4 games. And it looked like all 4 losses were pretty close. So we had an overall solid year. Huge turnaround from last season. Auto upgrade our 3 players. And we're going to go ahead and jump in with the key moments in this divisional round of the playoffs, since we didn't make the playoffs last year. And we want to make a run as far as we can this season. If you're still watching the video, leave a comment below and let me know who you usually take with your first round pick. If you're using the real 2020 draft prospects, let me know who you usually take and why. As we go ahead and skip the moment, we go down and get a touchdown, 7-0 lead. Denver comes right back and scores a touchdown. They take the lead 10-0. They're really moving the ball. The defense really can't stop their offense right now. 2-minute drill. We're going to go ahead and hop in the game. Try to get some points on the board before halftime. Don't want to go into halftime trailing. At least want it to be tied up. We still have all 3 timeouts, but we are on the 1-yard line. And this is on All Pro, so it's going to be kind of hard to get down here within the time limit. Just throw a little quick drag route to the tight end. Try to get a couple yards, breathing room. So he picks up 3 yards. Von Miller is really getting back as Baker Mayfield throws a dart to Jarvis Landry. Really nice looking ball he threw. Baker Mayfield actually makes some nice throws on this game. As you can see, they're steady getting pressure as we hit Jarvis Landry once again. Nice pickup. Gonna run some no huddle. Try to keep our 2 timeouts. Odell Beckham with a big catch. Gets out of bounds. 47 seconds left. We get down to the 48-yard line. So we're actually moving the ball pretty well right now. But Von Miller is getting in the backfield on almost every pass play. Oh, as we just missed that. Need about a half a second more. Probably should have held it. Probably could have hit that right there for another big gain. 2nd and 10, 42 seconds left. Still got 2 timeouts. Get a nice gain. About 15 to 20 yards right there. So Baker Mayfield throws another strike. Oh, Odell Beckham was coming open right there. Nice sack for Von Miller, though. Like I said, he's really been putting nice pressure on us all game. Go ahead. Oh, he was wide open. Probably should have did a possession catch right there. So we go ahead. Same play back. We get the touchdown. David Njoku. We take the lead. They come back down, score a touchdown. And we have to jump in here, as we're already down 1 touchdown. 5.5 minutes left. As Von Miller gets another sack. As you can see, he has 3 sacks in the game. We don't make anything out of it. So we get the ball back with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left here. And this time we really have to have a score. Von Miller is in the zone, so going to have to watch out for him. So go ahead and throw a nice screen to Jarvis Landry, who picks up about 20 yards. That was a lovely play. If that was Odell Beckham, we probably would have got a touchdown on that, but it's still a solid game. Get down to the 24-yard line. So we get a ball to Nick Chubb. Picks up nice 3-yard gain. As you can see, he hasn't had the best of games. 16 rushes for 61 yards. As we had Odell Beckham wide open on that play, and we get sacked by Bradley Chubb. Oh, I wish we could have got that. That was a touchdown all day. 3rd down. Go back to Odell Beckham, who drops the ball. Wow. Odell Beckham, the receiver known for the infamous one-hand grab, misses with 2 hands on the ball. So it all comes down to 4th down as Baker Mayfield throws an absolute lovely pass to David Njoku over the middle. We get down to the 5-yard line. Get a ball to Kareem Hunt. He gets in for us. Tie the game up. Still 1 minute and 34 seconds left though, so we can't get too excited. And the way they've been moving the ball down the field, we're going to have to go ahead and jump in here and really try to stop them from getting in field goal range. They still have 3 timeouts. As you can see, they come out with a huge play to start off. Drew Lock is actually having an amazing game. In the very next play, he throws an interception to J.R. Reed. The rookie comes up huge for us. And we're going to go ahead and skip the moment. We should be able to score. We get in the red zone with 44 seconds left. 26 seconds left. We get the field goal. 18 seconds left. Sim the rest of the moment, and we squeak past the 8-8 Denver Broncos by 3 points. For an 8-8 team, they actually put up a nice game. I still don't see how we went 12-4, especially after that performance against an 8-8 team. But they do have a nice defense, and Drew Lock did play exceptionally well. He only had about 10 incompletions, including the interception. So he really had a big game. So we go ahead and auto-upgrade our players before we get to the AFC Championship week. And we're going against the 12-4 Indianapolis Colts. So 12-4 versus 12-4. And since we hopped in last game, we're not going to hop into this game. We're just going to cross our fingers and hope we make it to the Super Bowl. And we get in the Super Bowl against the 12-4 Green Bay Packers. This should be a high-scoring game. As we go down, go to the playoff schedule, just to show you we didn't get a forced win last week. We won by 14 points. Green Bay absolutely blew San Francisco out the water. But as you can see, we haven't forced win any of these games for any team. I'm going to go ahead and auto-upgrade our players before this big game. Check out some yearly awards. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. See if we get any Cleveland Browns. No, we don't. Teddy Bridgewater. Wow. Baker Mayfield finishes in the top 10 for Offensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. No one. Defensive Rookie of the Year. C.J. Henderson finishes second. We get Cameron Dantzler and J.R. Reed both in the top 10 also. Baker Mayfield in the top 10 for quarterbacks. Nick Chubb finishes a spot below his finish last year. So we get Odell Beckham at 9 for best wide receiver. Patino for 3rd at best offensive lineman. Myles Garrett way at 8 for best defensive lineman. And we get no consideration for best defensive back. So once again, we win Absolutely no awards, but we do make the Super Bowl, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this game, and hopefully we'll be leaving with a Lombardi trophy. But please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I will have more videos on the way. Going to be uploading a lot of new content. Going to try to upload at least 2 or 3 videos a day. So please stay tuned for new content coming. And please make sure if you watch videos, leave a like or a comment if you like it. Just to, give me extra motivation to keep putting out content. So we go down and get a touchdown. Green Bay comes right back down and answers with a touchdown of their own. We score another touchdown, take a 7-point lead. They get a field goal, knock it down to 4. We get back in the end zone. We're really moving the ball well this game. 21-10. We get another touchdown. They get another touchdown. We get back in the red zone, but we only get a field goal this time. And with a minute left, looks like we're going to be leaving with the Super Bowl. And the Cleveland Browns are your Super Bowl champions, as you can see. Hope you guys enjoyed the rebuild. It's your boy, Big Capper, the Madden Rebuild King. See you next time.